Hello, Lizzie? Lizzie? Hello, Lizzie? Lizzie?
Oh. Who could have done this?
Cowboys.
Jeffrey? Mr. Jeffrey? You better not be looking at that damn hat again.
I miss my hat, Frederick. Leave me be. I'm sorry, Frederick. I miss it is all. The country life, the excitement, the adventure. I was never meant to be a city boy. I'm just not cut out for it.
2 women have been found dead at a house in St. Germans, Cornwall. One, a 12-year-old girl, seems to have been shot to death with a small handgun, while the other, a 40-year-old woman, was battered to death with the aid of a blunt object. Local witnesses described the suspects as 2 men dressed as cowboys, one with long black hair, the other with a full ginger beard and long...
We had to kill Miss Elizabeth. Otherwise, we'd be in that cellar.
We did what we had to do, Jeffrey. Fight or flight. Basic human instinct. Survival.
I know, but that don't mean it don't haunt me every waking moment of every waking day.
Is that the sheriff's office? Yes, it's my wife. She's been murdered by some cowboys. Do you think you could spare some men to track them down? Thank you, Sheriff. You're a good man.
I think there's somebody we need to go and see.
Figured you boys would show up. Pity it ain't under better circumstances. When I was a young buck, I got myself in all kinds of trouble. Shootouts, robberies, cattle thieving, moonshine, and heck, I even spent a night in Bodmin. Life like that wears a guy out faster than you think. It gets old quick, if you know what I mean. Not like that. That never gets old. Come sit, boys. Take the weight off your boots. You boys been running for too long, haven't you? Done do a man no good running for that long. You get lost. Sometimes you just gotta get up and go back to where you came from.
You know, that dude didn't make a lick of sense to me.
Nope, me neither, Mr. Jeffrey.
I guess it's just 'cause I'm hungry. I can't think when I'm hungry.
Me too. Let's head up to that town and get ourselves some food.
You know, someone's finally speaking sense. I think we need to watch out. Let's freight train these gambits.
I just came down from Chippewa, had a station wagon and $100, thinking about the girl I'd lost a year before. I hadn't seen her for some time, thought I might go on by when your memory came flooding in and you closed that door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive. I'd come whistling down your track and crashing in your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart. You need a shovel for the coal just to get me started. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a freight train. Well, every time I talk to you, I hear your jealous lies. I feel like I've been left abandoned on some old railway side. And every time I hear your voice, my water just gets cold. My stoker will not stoke, and my boiler will not boil. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive. I'd come whistling down your track, crashing in your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart. You need a shovel for the coal just to get me started. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a freight train.
Right. I don't want any trouble, boys. I don't know why this stuff always happens to me, but my wife will be worried sick when I tell her about this.
Don't worry about that, sir. We mean you no harm. We just need to get away from those rough riders back there. I'm Jeffrey, and this here is my partner, Frederick.
The name's Chuck.
Pleasure to meet you, Chuck. Tell us your story.
I'm just a gardener. People say I've got the greenest fingers in all the county. It's quite an achievement, I suppose. I've got back home, I've got a kid on the way. I want to call him Spud, but my wife prefers the name George, so I suppose she'll have to get away on that one. I understand. That's me. That's my story.
Who were those boys back there?
Hell if I know. They look mighty determined. I wonder who they were and
The sheriff.
who sent them.
I bet he sent them. After hearing about what happened on the news,
My God, I reckon you could be right.
I tell you what, I'm sick and tired of that marsh-dwelling environment messing with our own personal business. Our business. And I'm equally sick of pretending to be someone I'm not. Chuck, take us home. We need a change of clothes. Let's go show that varmint what for.
Right, you are. That's great, boys, but I don't know where you live because we've just met, so I can't.
All right. Of course.
You're gonna have to help me out here.
Okay.
You're gonna have to tell me where
So
you
just
live.
up here. Once you reach the roundabout, you take the Apex exit. Going past Campbell. Make sure.
Stay here, Chuck. We'll be back.
Real life on the farm is kinda laid back. Ain't much of no country boy like me can't have. Early to rise and early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. A simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. These are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I get cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. The sun's coming up, I get cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Woo! I thank God I'm a country boy.
Where's he gone? I suppose we'll have to walk to the sheriff's office.
Walk.
I should have filled up our canteens before we left, Jeffrey.
You know, I may be as thirsty as a cowboy without water, but I'll always have time to stop and appreciate nature and serenity that it brings. Just look at it.
Taking a wrong turn, boys. Say your prayers.
Sorry I left you back there, boys. I had to go get some milk for me wife.
Told Spud, I said, bye. When you say
Frederick, how's Chuck? I think I understand now, Frederick. I finally understand what old Jim was talking about. It was time we stopped running. Time we turned around, went back the way we came. We can't face who we were yesterday. We ain't gonna face who we are tomorrow. It's time we turned ourselves in.
Are you out of your mind? You remember the last
I
time
know.
we were in that guy's office?
I know. Which is why we ain't going back to the sheriff's office. We've left a grieving father and husband in our wake. It's him who we need to turn ourselves into.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Well, no matter. It's what Jim would have wanted us to do.
Oh, all right then. But you lead the way.
All right.
Wait. I think there may be one more thing we need to do.
This here, yeah?
Howdy. Mrs. Chuck.
Aye.
Mrs. Chuck, your husband was a hero to us. He saved our lives. He would have wanted you to have this.
What are you talking about? What's happened to my husband?
Good day.
"26 years. We could have made it to 27. Guess you boys had other plans though, huh? I was never one for helping people out. She was though. She tried to help you. They both did. We didn't know you anything. I suppose I've always been the cynical one, whilst she's been putting the world to rights. But I suppose not all that is wrong can be made right now. They're both dead and buried. I should at least thank you for having the decency to bury one of them properly.
We came to say sorry, partner.
Might not be the best time, mate.
Dave, we're really sorry. We never meant for any of this to happen. Really sorry.
Look, Dave. I know this might seem like two grown men just prattling around in silly costumes, but it means a lot to us. When I grew up with my dad, just watching these Western movies, I connected to those cowboys, that sense of freedom. And then when I left school and I went out to the big wide world of accountancy, I lost that connection. And then one day, this hulk of a man came into my life and he reignited that dream. Mr. Jeffrey. I didn't mean it to come to this.
When I was young...
Okay. I don't need both of your backstories. There's nothing I want to do more right now than shoot you both down. But this tale doesn't need more bloodshed. And what's more is, I can't keep holding on to the past and what you did. Otherwise it'll kill me too. The hardest thing for me to do right now is to forgive you. It's not what you deserve, but it's exactly what I need. They're here for you two. I called them as soon as I saw you. I wasn't thinking as straight back then as I am now. It's time you did what you do best. You'll be needing this. You need to run now, boys. I'll hold them off.